Today we're talking about a secret category of beauty products that most women over the age of 50 are not using. I'm Laura Rae, and I have been testing out these multi-sticks, under-eye sticks. These are all texture correcting products. And if there's one thing we deal with over the age of 50, it's texture. And so today I'm going to share with you how these different sticks work so you'll know if any of them would be helpful to you. I also have a couple of other products that help with texture and make your skin just look so much more beautiful. I will be sharing hacks for all of these products too. So not only how they've worked for me, but some ways that you might never have thought of to use these products. Let's start off first with a longtime favorite of mine, the Queen Bee Peeper Keeper. This is from Bee Naturals. I've used this for years. It is a balm that is amazing for under eye texture. If you're dealing with dryness, crow's feet, dark under eye circles, this is just amazing. Now, a hack you might not have thought of is for vertical lip lines. I have used this around the mouth, outside of the mouth, below and above, because I have vertical lip lines just from talking. And as we lose collagen as we age, those lines just appear all of a sudden. I like to take this and rub it onto those lines in little bitty circles. And what I found is that that area of my face was really dry. I have combination skin, and you wouldn't think of certain areas specifically that are so dry besides maybe the under eyes. But I found that that mouth area gets very dry. So I have been putting it above and below for a long time, and it helps so much. This is a very popular stick that has gone viral on multiple social platforms. It's the Kahi Multi-Balm, and I talked about it a long time ago. I reordered this because I wanted to try it again. It definitely has different ingredients than some that I will mention. Now, this is a multi-balm, so it is meant for everywhere on your body, your face, even your lips. And this is a hack that I had only tried recently, and I love it. This works like magic for making your lipstick go on smooth. So what I did was put it on my bare lips, just tap a little bit. You don't need a lot, so you don't need to rub it on thick like you might a lipstick or a lip gloss. And then what I did today is I took this Milani lipstick. This is a matte lipstick, and it's not super dry, but it's not a cream either. I also found that when I put my Morphe pencil on, my lip pencil, it just went on like butter. I could not believe the difference. Having the Kahi underneath the lipstick kept the lipstick beautiful on my lips, kept my lips so much more hydrated than wearing this alone. This is becoming my new favorite lipstick with this underneath. And it just looks so pretty. It doesn't look quite as matte. Now, another trick that you can do is you can just get a little bit on your finger and put it on top of the lipstick. And this is not overly shiny, so it won't give you that really bright shine, but it just takes a little bit of the matte off and turns it almost into a satin finish. Now, I notice a slight scent from the ingredients in this, but it doesn't seem to bother me. I was concerned about that with the lips, but the funny thing is when I put it on my lips, I didn't smell anything. So I really love that. This is great for doing the cheekbone, just anywhere where you want some highlight. This is a very popular stick that you've heard a lot about in the mature community. Is from Dalba. It's their double serum all-in-one multi-balm, and it has a core in it. This has vitamin C, and it's meant to help fade dark spots. So if you're working on some dark spots and you have dryness and you want a highlight on your face, then you might love this. This does have a scent to it from the white truffle that is in the product itself, and some people love it, some don't. So I want to make you aware of that. This is great for highlighting any parts of the face. It really brightens the skin. Again, if you have dark spots, a hack I would say is, say you have dark spots on your chest, you can just rub it on that to help with the dark spots, and it will add some moisture, some luminosity to the skin. It's just beautiful for that. So if you're working on those dark spots, you might like the Dalba. One of of the most versatile sticks, and it's also fragrance-free, which I love, is the E.L.F. Glass Slick. This is a new product from E.L.F. It has peptides in it, and I just think it is perfect for mature skin. I like to tap it in the under eye just a little bit. You don't want to get too much, but it works beautifully for that. Also, it is great for smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles. So I'll put it right into the wrinkle, go right onto the skin like this, and just pat it in. This can also be used under moisturizer. So you could put this on if you're really dry, and then put your regular moisturizer right on top of it. That's great to do at night. This is also wonderful for the cheekbones. I love it as a natural highlighter. Instead of using something that is powdery, this is a great way to get highlight. You can just rub your finger on the product and tap on the cheek. None of these sticks are greasy. They don't have a greasy feel where if your hair touches it, it's going to stick to the face. You can also take this, another hack, and put it right under the brow for a little brow lift. So I just take a little bit and swipe under the brow, and it gives a beautiful highlight without being overly done. This is the Tula espresso. Now, the reason they call it espresso, it's supposed to be like coffee, like espresso, and it has caffeine in it to help with depuffing. It also has luminosity in it to have sort of a shimmer under the eyes. Now, of all the sticks, I would say the Tula is the least hydrating. It doesn't add a ton of hydration to the under eyes. So if you're really dry in the under eyes, this might not be what you're looking for. One thing I love it for is a highlight. It's absolutely gorgeous. The one that is in the espresso, this is their energizing balm, has a golden highlight to it. They have others where it's pink or just different colors of shimmer. I have used these for a long time. One hack that I can tell you is put the Tula in the under eyes and then put your concealer on top, and that will add a little bit of luminosity. Today I'm using one that I love that's super affordable, the Essence Silky Blur, and it just works beautifully for that. I took my BK Beauty brush. This is the 202. It's a very fluffy brush. I like to get rid of any extra product that might get into a fine line or wrinkle, and this is just a beautiful way of blending it out. You can see that all of these sort of target different things. I would say the most universal of all of these, in my opinion, is the E.L.F. and the Kahi and the B Naturals. These are meant to use more all over. So if you're looking for an all over balm, then one of these would be my pick. Now let's talk about a skin tint. There are so many skin tints out there. I have tried so many, and one that just impresses me over and over, and I always go back to it, is the Maybelline Super Stay. This feels like high end. I think it gives my skin such a great look. My favorite way to apply it really is with a sponge. And I've been using these Paw sponges. I'll link them. They're so affordable. They come in a big package for around $10. And you just wet them and squeeze all the water out and blend it out. And really the best way, a lot of times for videos, I'm trying to show half and half of my skin, some without and some with. But today you'll see me just apply it. The best way is to start in the center of the face and work out, because most of us, our skin down here is better, and where we have the most texture and discoloration is right here in the center of the face. So that's what you're seeing me do today. My daughter Danielle, who's been in my videos, saw me with this on and just said she needed to get it, and she's been wearing it and absolutely loving it. I just want to say that here I am 62 and I'm having the best skin of my life, and I say that very humbly. I have had horrible skin most of my life. I've had acne, terrible acne, to where I was at the dermatologist every couple of months, and I am finally at a point where I don't have breakouts. I got rosacea in my 50s. That was another skin nightmare that I went through for months. So to have clear skin is just such a wonderful thing. So I feel for those of you that have been through skin challenges or are going through them now. And I am your champion. I am looking for products that will help you. But look at the skin. I just can't believe it. I never thought I would have skin. I don't mind a few lines if I could just not have all the other stuff I was dealing with. And I just think this is just a great product. I am just loving these balms that they're coming out with as blush. And this one from L'Oreal, this is the rose shade. Some of you just loved the cherry shade when I showed that. This is a little softer, and so I wanted to share this one, but these are beautiful. They just give the skin that glass look without looking greasy. If this is too shiny for you, then just put a little bit of powder. That will do the trick. But I like this look. I love it dewy like this because I've had oily skin all my life, and I know that there's a big difference in the look of skin with oil laying on top of it or with this dewy glass skin look. And I just really love it. I think this looks fabulous. It's a great product. This will last a long time. You use so little of it. I have worn it quite a bit, and it looks like I haven't even touched it. The other thing about the balm is it's buildable. I like to grab a brush like the BK Beauty 116. This is a rounded brush. It's pretty dense, and then you can go into the product like this and just sort of pounce onto the skin like that. It's so easy to do, and what I love is that these products too, not only do they make your skin look great, but they're beginner friendly. You do not have to be an expert to make them look beautiful on your skin. Everything's linked in the description of the video. Thank you for all the ways you support my channel. I would appreciate a like if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful to you. I hope you have an amazing week, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments.